After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 380. Today is Friday, November 29th, 2019, as we are recording. Yes, we're recording a day early and a week late. So, we want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We're glad to have you with us. If you're new, we are glad that you found us, and we hope that you will subscribe to our YouTube channel and perhaps consider joining us at our PHN home, which is phnpodcast.freeforums.net. We'd love to see you there. That's where all the alongs and things happen. And if you are returning, we're always glad to see you back. Mm-hmm. Okay. We do have a few new official members. We have, I think it's Mrs. Ag, MRSAG.
That's what I would say.
So we're glad to have,
rather than say Mr.
Sag.
Yeah.
MRSAG, welcome. And then we have Heather296. We're glad to have you with us as well. I think she's a returning member, so that's awesome. We're glad to have her with us. We want to wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. That was yesterday for us in the United States. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, we just wish you a very wonderful weekend and week, okay?
And hey, it never hurts to think about your blessings.
Yes, you can do that any time of year. I had a conversation with somebody about that on YouTube, that I think she was actually going to try and do it over on the other side of the pond, of the big pond. So that's awesome. And you can do it whenever you want.
Because I kind of feel like, that's a holiday that, it might be steeped in history for us here in the States.
In the States and in Canada.
What it's standing for is universal. So,
but Canada also does it, but I think they
in
do
October,
it in October, yeah. So, Okay, moving on. I guess I want to go right into our little charities that, we just like to mention them before we go on. And we have been very blessed with donations, so we're very happy about that. We have Evans Home, which our contact person is from our local yarn store, who is Knitter's Magic. That's Laura, Gracie's mom, 62. Wonderful shop over there. And she is our contact home for Evans Home, which takes all kinds of stuff. Okay, anything you want to pretty much knit up or crochet up or whatever, they take, from little kids through teens and even adults to some extent. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Front Royal Pregnancy Center, which is, we're the contact person for that, and they're right here down the street from us, and they take pretty much baby through toddler anything, hats and booties and blankets and sweaters and things like that, maybe the occasional toy, that kind of stuff for the babies. And then bibs, I forgot bibs. Comfort and Crafts, that's Brittany B-Wing, and you can find her on Ravelry or on YouTube, and on Facebook. And she collects all kinds of things, dishcloths and hats and scarves. And I was going to mention, let me see, she says, I did mention here, let me see. They have emptied all their bins from this year, so they're looking for everything. The list of things that she is looking for are lots of men's items, mostly hats, toys that are handmade, sewn, knit, crocheted, that she's wanting to see how that works out. Mittens of all sizes, hats, scarves, mittens, that kind of thing. I don't know if she's looking for socks, but I bet that would be good for Evans Home and for Brittany as well. Mm-hmm. Then the Amelia Project, that is VT Kimmy Kim, that's Kim, and she is on Ravelry, and she is on our PHN home page there, our site there. And she accepts the NICU hats, but I heard from one of our other members that she accepts other things as well. So I don't know exactly what those are because I just glanced over it. You can see it in, I forget what thread it is, Rena posted it, that she does accept more things, and you can always talk to Kim yourself and find out, if you want to
It might be in the charity thread.
It might be in the charity thread, yes. Okay. I will mention briefly our upcoming alongs. We have the Ready, Set, Go. That starts January 1st. That will be for 3 months. It'll go through March. And the charity along, which is going to replace our PHNT and Tails this year, give PHNT and Tails a little bit of a rest, and we'll do the charity along this year. And that is going to have special emphasis on babies, but everything is accepted. Okay? In other groups, the Crocheting Hoovian podcast group is still doing the creature feature Cal Cal Lao. The day after tomorrow is December 1st, so there's one more month left of that. And she's doing it with Dogfire Woman, who is Deborah from the Diary of a Physicist Farm Girl podcast. Okay, there, got it out. Okay, and that's basically stuffies and things like that. I think they're doing like mythical or creatures or something like that this time around, but they accept everything. It's just that the ones that are in the theme have extra chances at a prize. Okay, and you can find out from them what those rules are. The Comfort and Crafts group is doing on Ravelry. She's on Ravelry. Is for the alongs is What Are You Reading? 2019, 19 hats in 2019, 52 dishcloths for 2019, and color work. So Brittany, that's awesome, and you might check that out. The Bee's Knees group is Studio Von Design, and we're coming up on the last month of this as well, is Bee's Knees group that's on Ravelry, and it's just 19 of anything, okay? So that's cool. All right, that moves us into, I guess we didn't say what we're drinking because we're boring and we're drinking water. Okay.
Yeah, because you were going to consider getting some spiced tea.
Yeah, but I didn't have enough water yesterday. I might still have some spiced tea in a little bit, but anyway. Okay, for our current alongs, our PHNT and Tails year-long Cal Cal Lao is starting to wrap up. We have one more month, basically, for it. We have a lovely co-host, Cappy, who is from the Yarn and I podcast, the Cappy Yarn and I Ravelry group. I don't know if she's also doing it on her Facebook page, but she is our lovely co-host. She's also our very generous kind of sponsor, if you will. She developed shawl kits for us. It's got a shawl pattern and the yarn, and she has given us a substantial discount for that, as well as discount for anything in her shop that is good through the end of the year. It's in the dedicated Cappy thread on our PHN homepage, okay? And we are very, very grateful. Cappy is a wonderful community builder support type of person. She's awesome. She has wonderful stuff in her shop, and she's just amazing.
Yes.
You want to check her out. Check out her podcast if you're looking for another podcast to watch and you are unfamiliar with her. Okay? I'm going to go through the rules pretty detailed for this one. And then for our other alongs, I will just basically say it's basically the same except for what differs, okay? So this one runs from January 1st through December 31st. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips will be allowed but must be worked on throughout the along and reflect the theme. Yay, team.
Go team.
Go team. Chatter and pictures will be in the same thread. And the projects must be tied in some way, shape, or form to T and or Tails. That's Tales. And it, by Tails we mean fiction. Okay, and you can check, if you're unsure, you can ask somebody, or you can check on Amazon or Goodreads. If they say it's fiction, then we'll accept that, okay? You post one whip per project per week, the FO whenever it's completed, okay? And we have several prizes that, just because of time constraints and the fact that I'm unorganized at this particular time, I'm not going to show them to you, but we do have prizes for this.
Technically, it's still not the first of the month.
Yes, it's not the first of the month. As always, we have featured patterns and featured yarns. The featured patterns, Cappy Shawl, My Shawl, any Franciscan Gypsies design, any Mom Cook which is the Loomknit Designs pattern. Any Joanna Johnson's patterns. Crocheting Whovian patterns. And Studio Von design patterns that reflect T and or tails. Okay, if you can make a case for it reflecting T and or tails, they will be eligible for the FO for 2 chances at a prize. And we also have featured yarns, Lady Furnicle Creations yarn, and Cappy's yarn. I think it's just the yarn and I is her yarn as well. So that is also finished objects for that. If it reflects T and or tails, 2 chances at a prize. If you marry my yarn or Cappy's yarn with one of the patterns that is a featured pattern, then you get 3 chances at a prize. You are responsible for your own multiple postings because I can't keep up with that. And our moderators love them, but they can't keep up with that either. So, okay.
If you want to get the benefits, you got to do your own double posting.
Yes, or multiple posting because some with triples. Yeah. Okay. The tag is hashtag PHNTNT 2019 on Instagram. Okay. Oh, and I do, well, I guess it's not for that one. Never mind. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay. I can't tell you what the prize is because this is our PHNT and tails, and I don't really have to show it because I don't even have one of them. I don't have either one of them. The Plum Deluxe Purple Package from Plum Deluxe Tees is one of the prizes for this quarter, and a pattern from Renee, who is Mom Cook. It's a loom knit pattern. She does have one regular knit pattern, okay? And you can reach her through our group if you're not on Ravelry, okay? So that's that, and then we have a big mega prize that I'm not going to drag out. I don't even know what's in there anymore, so it's over there somewhere. Okay. Now, the toy along is going strong. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind.
Sorry, allergies are bothering me.
I'm a little behind on the toy along and on the other threads because we've had multiple appointments these last 2 weeks, and I have been very busy with some other things. So I'm a little behind on the along threads, although I have tried to keep up with the episode threads. But anyway, I always love looking at the along threads, especially the toy along, because they're so cute. But anyway, this one's coming to a close in the end of the month, and the rules are basically the same, except that it has to be a toy. It has to be crocheted, knit, or loom knit, and basically that's it for the rules. I already went through all the rules, so I'm not going to. We do have featured patterns and featured yarns. My yarn is a featured yarn, and I believe Laura's Lollipop Girl Yarns is a featured yarn as well. So 2 chances at a prize for those yarns if you have an FO in it. And Franciscan Gypsy toy patterns, Bakery Bear toy patterns, Crocheting Whovian's Hufflepuff toy pattern are also eligible for 2 chances at a prize. And if you use my yarn or Laura's yarn for that toy pattern, that is a featured pattern, you have 3 chances at a prize. Again, you are responsible for your own multiple postings, okay? I'm not going to go through all this stuff. We do have suggested designers in our thread. Has not been updated because I have not been able to do that and forgot.
We're going to update it?
For some of the Lovecraft designers.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And those, there are, as I said, they're just suggestions on that list. You can do any toys you want. They can be from books. They can be out of your head. They can be on, wherever you find them. It doesn't matter as long as it's a toy. And we have several prizes for that, so that's awesome. Okay, so that means I need to have a drink of water.
Because you are going to be doing double.
I forgot to say what episode this is. This is 380.
Is it? Okay, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. Okay, so we have several whips and FOs. Do you have anything do you want to say before we get into? Okay. All right, I think I have 8.
And I have 4.
Okay, so I guess I do double at a time. All right. In my Je T'aime Plover Burr bag, you haven't seen this in a while.
No, I haven't.
This is my Little Mermaid mitts from the Irish Hiking Scarf Arm Warmers pattern by Delia Brow Colakian. I really don't know how to pronounce it. Chalakian. Okay, it was a little further on this. I had started this ages ago, and I was working on it, and I realized that I can't work.
What yarn is that?
I'll get to it in a second. I was working on it. I realized that I can't count and talk to people at the same time, so I had to pull it all out. This is Undead Yarn. This is Heidi's Undead Yarn, and I think it's Atlantis colorway, but it might be Jaws. I don't know.
It is Atlantis. It says it in your notes.
Oh, okay. I'm not reading my notes. So, Undead yarn in the baddie base and the colorway Atlantis. And it's got a really pretty pattern to it.
You're looking at the back end.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't really see it yet, but they're knit flat, and you can't really see the pattern. The yarn is really gorgeous. It's kind of a blue, but it's almost a periwinkle. It's really pretty. And I started these like 4 years ago or something.
You haven't been knitting for 4 years.
I think I have. We're going on 8 years.
It doesn't feel like you've been knitting that long.
I don't have the date on this
You
right.
said you're 12, 23, 15.
15. That's 4 years.
Okay.
So,
Barely.
well,
It's not quite 4 years.
well, almost. So
Not
that's
for another month.
that's this one. So
I'm
I'm excited about working on this. I think it was a combination of my hands bothering me a little bit, almost to the point where I didn't want to even sew toys and things. So I was worried about sewing the mitts and things like that, and other projects, Project ADD, and then Taya's stuff and dyeing yarn and all that kind of stuff. It kind of got lost in the shuffle. I think I forgot I actually had it.
Yeah, I think it did too.
So I'm glad to be starting this over again. I love them. Ty's made me a couple of these, and I wear them all the time. I don't like to wear gloves when I'm driving because I can't feel the wheel. So the fingerless mitts are good, and since I have a heated steering wheel, I don't have to worry about the tops of my fingers getting really cold. If I go outside, I'll wear gloves, but not for driving. And that's probably more than you want to know about that. My next one is in my Ploverbird medium size Teapots on a Tan Field bag. And I started this last month, almost 2 months ago. This is my Pixels project. And I think this is really close to being finished. I had Davina try it on, and I don't want it to be much higher than it is. So I might make another one out of this.
Yeah, I thought that you'd have.
Oh, I did
have
take it
finished.
off. You know what?
That's an FO.
This is an FO.
Oops.
You haven't seen this yet. Okay, I thought I had 2 projects that were done. Okay, you didn't see this yet. Just forget I did that. Okay, I'll have to do another one. Where did I put my FO? Oh, right there. Okay. Oops. There's a bunny. Okay, in my Silver Shed USA Caterpillar bag is, by the lovely Ann Brody, is my Little Boy Blue baby hat from the Hand Knit Pull-On Baby Hat by Ray of Hope. And this is just Knit Picks Bravo worsted in the sky colorway. It's a simple pattern, but it's like 10 inches or something like that, and it just seems to go on and on and on. And probably because, I mean, it's not small needles or anything, probably because I don't work on it as often as I should. Because I want to have stuff to show you guys. I'm not quite certain how this is going to come together because, as far as I can tell, I like the pattern. And if I sat down and did it, I could probably do it in like an hour or 2 hours. But I don't know if you can see. Stop. Stop it. I'm serious. Can you see how that's kind of ribbed up and down? I'm not really sure. Like that. But they say pull it. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get to it, I guess. But I like this pattern because it's not difficult. I think it's a 3-row repeat. And it's, yeah. It's not difficult. It's fun. So maybe I'll get it finished soon-ish. So we can go to the pregnancy center.
I think it's one of those projects that can kill you from sheer boredom.
I'm sorry?
I think it's one of those projects that can kill you from sheer boredom.
But it's not boring. It's just, it just seems like it takes forever to get to that inch, that whatever the inches is that you're supposed to get to. I think it's a free pattern, but I don't want to give anything away in case it isn't.
Okay, so in my Silver Shed USA Dr. Seuss bag, I must have won this one because I don't think I purchased
I
it.
think you did win it. I forget from whom.
So Like Mom, I have the Irish hiking scarf arm warmers going.
You're a lot further than I am.
Yes.
I like this color. This is Zing, isn't it?
This is in, yes.
Davina like,
Because I think that something like this would be really good for the table. She has a ton of these. I'm not really worried about her having enough. So.
That's really pretty.
And it makes the pattern pop nice. I was already on the ribbing, but I think I was too tired when I was working it, and I messed it up. I started to work it in pattern after having started the ribbing, and I was just not awake enough to see that I'd started the ribbing. So I just tinked back, and I'll do the ribbing when I'm more awake.
See, that's when I had to undo mine because I tinked it back, and I must have split a stitch or something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I said, it's going out.
So, it's almost,
That looks really pretty.
It's almost done, then I'll start the other one.
That's really pretty.
And it works up really quickly. I can get a pair of them done in a couple days, probably less if I do nothing else. And I'm using USA's Knit Pro things. So I might have a pair, just going in here pretty consistently, because I mean they're quick and easy to make, and I think it'd be something that'd be really nice on the Christmas table next year.
Right, or if not, then people do like things on their hands with their fingers free.
Yeah.
Okay, in my Knitter's Magic, we had 2 weeks, so I don't remember doing this. I must have done it at the beginning of the first week, like right after we did the podcast last time. This is my Welcome Little One project.
Or for the Monday appointment.
Yeah, on the porch blanket knitting pattern. Okay.
Oh, I guess we haven't had a Monday appointment since then.
I don't know.
Yes, we did. We did, because I haven't seen them since.
So it's looks the same
remember.
because I'm very close to the point where I start pattern. So, in fact, I think I'm at the point where I start pattern, and that's why I stopped, because I was at the doctor's office. So, and it's not a complicated pattern, but if I don't pay attention, sometimes I just have to be able to
focus.
I have to be able to focus and not have to worry about just stopping and not worrying about where I'm going to have to pick up if it's a pattern I'm not familiar with. So, and this is just my Bare Necessities colorway. Takes care of that. I love this bag. Laura carries some really nice bags. Okay. How many do I have left? Okay. How many do you have left?
3.
3? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can do one more. Okay, my other one you haven't seen in a while either, in my Ploverbird teacups and teapots bag, is my Dazzle the Zebra from the Lucky the Horse pattern by Little Muggles. Okay. I don't know why I still have this in here. Okay. So, this was the head. Okay, and I started the muzzle. Oh, I finished the muzzle, apparently. There's the muzzle. Something like that, I guess.
Oh.
And then,
I know you did work on that in Dr. Bill.
yes, I did. I think I've started the body. The bottom of the body. And because I have to start with the stripes, I think I probably was being careful what I was doing. And this is Lady Fornico Creations in the, if it's not a horse, it might be a zebra colorway, and Bare Necessities. So this is fun. I have to be careful. It's been very weathery, and so I have to be careful what I do with my hands and how much I do of it. Let's put my yarn here. There. Problem averted. There. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. I was happy to get some of this done. I thought I should work on some toy during the toy along, so I did that. Okay, your turn.
Okay, so in my Ploverbird TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag is the TARDIS Traveler, which is the Dobbinwood by K.F. Jones.
Isn't that pretty, Talia?
So it's slowly but surely going. I mean, it hasn't gotten a whole lot of work. I am in the middle of the row, but it's purposeful because she wants you to count off the rows as you go because you're measuring, so that way you don't have to measure as much for the other side. So I want to know exactly which row I'm on. So, because this is one of the things that go, because this part here is on your back, and then this is the front like that.
Right.
So, then I had to pick up for here.
That's gonna be so pretty.
So I look forward to when I have this. I need to work on it more.
That's really, really pretty.
So it's a really nice project to be working on. But I have quite a little while before I can finish even just this one side.
Oh, this came out of here.
I think I might leave this on my lap.
Okay, how many sets do you say you have left now?
2.
2. And I've got 3. So I just do one at a time now. Alright, put that in here. Oops. Okay. Alright, my next one is in my large Universal Studios bag. And it's my Ninja Turtle baby blanket from the Ninja Turtle baby blanket pattern by Lisa Vanilla.
Actually, really quickly, because I didn't hit the yarn for this.
Okay.
We've been really bad about telling our yarn lately. Miss Babs Yowza, what a skein. Got the, this is just a bare skein, not dyed. Then the bright blue is Zing, and the black is Obsidian.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Okay, go on.
Okay, so I'm using Knit Brava Sport in green, blue, purple, and red, I think it is. So I finished Leo, and I'm on to the turtle itself again. And I have a little bit further to go before I can start Raph. And normally something like this would take me no time whatsoever. But nothing takes me no time whatsoever at this point. So that's where I'm at. And it would be nice for the pregnancy center or for Evan's home, whichever I decide that goes to. And it's, you know, it's acrylic, so it should be just fine. And I keep forgetting which hook. I needed to write down what hook I was using for this because I'm not sure. Oh, G hook. Okay, I did write it down. Okay, good. All right, so that's that.
Okay, so I worked a little bit on this. I think I switched over to working on this the night that I messed up the ribbing.
Oh,
because
right.
I was too tired. Because at least this was a little bit more plain crafting. So in my Silver Shred USA Tree Frogs bag is my I called this the, hang on.
I remember that one.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen it in a very
It's been
long
a while,
time.
yeah. Matches your bag.
Yes, it does. Buttercup and Bluebell Field on the forest floor. So
Somebody's using my yarn for a forest floor. Makes me happy. She calls it Lothlorien.
so this is also Miss Babs Yowza.
Not pretty.
I've had a lot of projects with Zing in it right now.
Yeah. But that's not Zing, that's Inkwell.
Yes, that is.
That's Inkwell. Or maybe just, yeah, that's Inkwell. That's not Zing.
Okay, maybe it is. You're right. It is in Zing. This is Inkwell. Okay. For some reason I thought I had Zing in here. I didn't.
Because Zing is brighter.
No, Zing is brighter. I
Yeah.
have Zing on my lap here. You're
Yeah.
right. It is Inkwell.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Did you do this in Inkwell as well? Or is that something else?
that's something else. That's acrylic. That's
okay.
Knit
Yeah,
Picks.
it does feel like it's acrylic, yeah.
But so this is the butternut squash.
Which one is?
Not butternut,
Oh.
butter squash. Butternut yet. Butternut squash. The one that I like so much.
Yeah, is that what that is? I thought it was something else.
Yeah. That's what's called something squash.
Squash blossom. Yeah, I knew it wasn't butternut squash.
I don't know
yeah.
why I
I
said
couldn't
that.
remember what it was, but yeah.
Squash blossom.
Yeah.
This light green is I feel like it has something to do with dragons or frogs or something like that. Just still have the ball band. No, I don't have the ball band anymore.
It's pretty, whatever it is.
I think it's Dragon's Flight.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then The blue is Inkwell.
That's really pretty.
So
Very bright.
this will be fun to wear when I have it. So yeah, they got a little bit of work. This is something really to work on if you're not. This might be a good hospital knitting.
If you can see, you can't put your head down.
Yeah.
You might be kind of basically audiobooks when you're there.
Right. I want to have it in case I can
Right.
do more. But
Right.
I figure stuff like this would be
Right.
nothing that I'm really gonna have to work hard.
Okay. The next one, and they haven't heard about that yet.
Yes.
So all right. The next one is in my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag. No, it's not. I've been really bad about this. Let me see here. Hold on, just give me a second. Oh, I guess I started something else. Okay. I forgot. All right, let me see here. It is in my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn bag. It is another Surabelle pattern because apparently I can't not have a Surabelle pattern.
Well, that's good.
It's my Watercolors Cowl project from the Surabelle Scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts, and I'm using Miss Babs Yazoo What a Skein in the Inner Harbor View 2 Maryland Sheep and Wool 2017 colorway, and I'm using a J-hook for this. I started this November 17th. So, this is how far I am on it. And this is the skein I'm using. Actually, it's a ball, because I had started this with something else and decided I didn't like the way it was working out in that particular project. But I think it works out really well.
Well, most things work
With
out well
Surabelle.
on Surabelle.
It kind of, to me it looks like watercolors, almost like a Monet painting or something. So this I will do, and it will probably go to charity in some way, shape, or form. And unless I decide I like it.
It's not our normal shades, though.
No, it really isn't. It was one of those things where I was still kind of like, oh, it's the color of the Fiber Festival, I have to get it. I don't do that anymore. But this is really pretty in the Surabelle pattern. So, yay, that's fun. I have a lot of crocheting, and I have good mixture this time around.
Yeah.
Okay. And I love this. I have to get a hold of Kim and see if she can make me another one like this. Because I'd like to have one that's a little bit bigger that clips so I can clip it on my bag where I'm going places. I clipped this. I keep saying that when I got this bag, I was really happy to win it, and I know Kim makes a good bag. I was kind of disappointed because of the drawstring. And then I realized how amazingly useful this bag is. I just absolutely love it. It's my favorite bag to take out with me because I can just clip it anywhere. So Kim did it. That's Black Horse Knitter, and I don't think she does her podcast anymore. I'm not even sure she has her Etsy shop anymore. But this is a fantastic bag. And Kim, if you're still watching us, I love this bag.
Let me mark off my row.
Okay.
So, I worked a lot on this project the past couple days. I think it literally was the past couple days, like Wednesday night, Thursday.
Oh,
This is Augusta Bunny, and
so cute.
the pattern is Knittable's Bunny, and it's part of her. It's not Build-A-Bear. It's what's it called? Knit-A-Bear, I think. Pattern sets.
Set, yeah.
And
And
it's
what
by-
she means is by set. It's not that you buy the bunny and the
No.
bear and everything. The set. It's like the
series.
Yeah.
She goes by Knittables on Lovecrafts, but her name on the pattern is Sarah Gasson. Sarah Gasson.
It's a beautiful little pattern.
So, let's take it off of airplane mode and off of this mode. Okay. So first things first, here's
It's so cute.
what the pattern looks like when it's done.
Isn't it adorable?
And let me exit this a second. I want to bring up something. And I also have the teddy bear. And
I want to do the teddy bear.
for like, because I think that'd be a very good charity.
You already have it?
I already have it. I think it'd be a very good charity project. And the other, then I have several of the outfits.
I won't do the outfits. If I do, until I feel more comfortable with that kind of thing, I probably won't do the outfits. Although if she does it flat, it might be a
Yeah, they're all flat.
It might be a good start for that kind of knitting for me.
So,
Small.
what's the bear? So the teddy bear is just as cute.
She does it. It's an adorable pattern.
So there's the teddy
Aw.
bear. And then what I'm trying to decide is there's several little Christmas outfits. Or no, several outfits. Here's one Christmas outfit
With the color cat.
with the color hat. Little doctor's outfits.
Make it blue, it'd be a nurse outfit.
Knittable's elf.
Knittable elf on the shelf.
Little flower princess with a sweater, pullover type thing, and she's a little.
That's so cute. Oh,
Little. You don't have to make the golf
Hiking.
look. I would just
Oh.
be a nice. It's supposed to be a golfer, but if you leave out the golf thing, I think it'd just be a fun little outfit.
yeah. There's the nurse.
Knittable's nurse. I'm really tempted to make that. Little sailboat outfit. Santa suit. I love this little summer.
I think they get the idea. You don't have to show them every single.
I think there's one more tomorrow.
Superman.
Superman. And that's the last one. So, I'm kind of torn between doing the nurse one right away or doing the Santa one.
Well, you're not going to get the Santa one done by Christmas.
Yeah.
But you could put the nurse one up in your. If you put it on the bunny, you could put the bunny in your office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I really like that outfit. So, but
Okay.
that being said, let's show you the actual.
Yeah, I forgot you hadn't shown it yet.
I initially was going to make it for charity, but with this black, darn it, it is hard sewing in black. If I put this much work into it, I'm keeping it myself.
Right.
I will do non-black.
But that's a very small opening that they have there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Isn't that precious?
And even without the eyes and stuff, like, it's already adorable.
Aww.
So,
And I usually prefer crocheted toys.
and it's mattress stitching. If it's just normal stitching, it probably wouldn't be such a big deal. But the mattress stitching, it makes it invisible because actually I sewed with white here and you can hardly see it.
Right.
But that's why
I'll have to look up mattress stitching when I get to that point.
she has a video for it.
She does? Okay.
And she tells you how to find her stuff. But yeah, she,
Aww. It looks like a bit like a badger at the moment.
yeah, so in the future, for charity, I will be doing this in non-black.
Do brown or something, or
Like brown or
pink.
pink, all
or
sorts of
blue.
fun colors.
Yeah. For babies.
Yeah. So it's just that if I figure, you know what, I put all this effort into black one, I'm keeping the black one.
Yeah. I don't like working with black yarn. It's just too hard to see.
So,
It's gonna be so cute.
and this yarn is,
Oh, that's that. Is that the Lion Brand?
it's Heartland. Yeah,
Heartland,
Lion Brand
Heartland
Heartland.
Heritage, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So this is a, it's purely acrylic. I just like, it's got a nice heathering to it though.
That's one of my favorite acrylics. Is the this one? It doesn't
And
feel.
I feel like I have another skein somewhere.
it doesn't feel overly waxy.
Yeah, so that's going to turn out really cute. And I mean, I'll probably make her a couple of outfits because I'm going to want to, you know, I could possibly change her for the seasons. And then also, it'll give me an idea for when I make it for other people's toys. I can also try it on my toy to see if it fits.
Right.
That's my official reasoning
And
anyway.
you're sticking to it.
Yes. But,
Okay.
yes, she's gotten a lot of work done on her.
Is that your last one?
Yes.
Okay. In my Kikiboo Holiday Owls bag is my Tangerine Preemie Hat project. And I did a little bit on this, but not a whole lot. I think I actually started it over. For whatever reason, I don't remember why. So there's just a little bit of progress on this. Sorry, Kim. It might be a little while before you get any of these. But, so you can see it's bright orange. It's Knit Picks Brava Sport or Brava Worsted. I forget which. Because it's just a ball of yarn. I don't have the band anymore. But I'm pretty sure it's worsted. It feels like it might be worsted. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. And my hat that I finished last time, I showed you last time, it has to go in the, I have to take a picture and then put it in the stuff for the pregnancy center. Okay, so that takes care of that.
So that leads us on to FOs.
FOs, which I only have 2. She has quite a few. Do you want me to just go first? Or do
That
you want-
works.
Okay. What do I have for my FOs?
Well, you already showed one by
Well,
accident.
basically, I showed part of it, but just let me see here.
No, I think you pretty solidly showed it. You
Um,
showed it again, though.
Let me see here. I have. I'm sorry, I have to find where. Oh, okay, I remember now. All right, so. Okay, in order. Let's see here. Since I already showed you this one partially, I'll go ahead and show it to you. That's not it.
No, it's not it at all. Wrong bag.
Bag did I have it in? This one. Okay. Okay. Is my Pixels cowl. It's finished. It's woven in and everything. So. I can't see myself, so.
Yeah, let's look at that.
So that's basically it. It's going to go to one of the places, either Evan's home or table or something. And this is Miss Babs Yowza in the Perfectly Reckless colorway, I think. And I have plenty left, so I think I'm going to make another one. Because I don't have enough to make a Sorabelle out of it. So that's finished object number 1. And finished object number 2 is my Cranberry Cowl project from the Sorabelle scarf pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. So this will be going to the recipient after Mass on Sunday. So it's pretty long. I still had a fair amount. I had this much left of the plaid.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, I just love this pattern. The Sorabelle pattern is just amazing. In case I haven't said that like
20
once or
different
twice before. So, and I think I might have used a slightly large hook for this particular pattern. I like this hook for the blanket. I think I might go down a hook for the scarf in the future. Although the one I'm doing is also on this hook. The one I'm currently doing. And that's going to be a gift for a friend of ours. Doesn't watch the podcast, I'm quite sure. As that goes
Probably
there.
doesn't even know it exists.
Well, I think she knows because I told her, but it's not necessarily something she's just doing.
Yeah. So, my miles of FOs. Let me
Yes.
open up my list. Okay. So, got a couple in here. So, finished one set of the fingerless mitts. This is for
Coworker.
a coworker, for a Christmas present. It gets cold in our work sometimes, but you still need to be able to use your hands.
You need to do something for you know who.
So,
That's really pretty. You know who I mean?
no, I don't.
She wrote a whole pretty.
Oh, yeah. So,
Very pretty.
there's for her. And then, like I said, I'm making a bunch of these with the idea of table or gifts that might come up randomly.
Oh, those turn out interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about them. Need to find the whole.
That's the isn't that the same color I asked you if it would work out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like, yeah, I'm not sure how.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, but you just don't see the pattern.
Yeah, it really has a pattern. And this is the colorways Terra.
Because it's pretty. But definitely can't see the patterns.
So, I wouldn't recommend necessarily making
This particular pattern.
this particular pattern with it, just because it hides the
cables.
cables and stuff. I mean, it's very comfortable. But those our FOs. And really, I mean, these were so quick.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the first one, then I finished the first one of this, then I finished the second one, then I finished the, you know.
There it is.
Yeah, it's a little hard to find the hole.
Go Commando Cami.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. I love these. They're nice.
So, there we go. Oomph. In, this next one I want to show. In my Silvershed USA books bag, I didn't realize how close I was to this one.
Because she might be in the other room.
So, Little Miss Thing had claimed this.
But she doesn't know she's getting it.
Well, she knew at one point. She's
Yeah.
probably forgotten. So this is the Off With Their Heads.
That's really pretty.
And,
That yarn came from Laura. There's
yes,
Magic.
it did. Shepherd's Wool.
Yeah.
So it was, all I had to do was close it up. All the main color work was done. When I realized how close it was, I was like, I just need to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. I shall put all my FOs in here.
Is that all of them?
Oh no, I have more.
Okay. I thought you had 6, so that was only like 4.
Yeah, no, I'm not done yet. I got a lot done for reasons that'll come up at the end of the podcast. So I finished. Last I talked to you, I had to rip out the Miss Bianca hat because the gauge was horribly off, and you can't really check gauge on this thing. So I went ahead and I made what's supposed to be like the baby size, and it ended up working. I ended up cutting the yarn in order to get what I needed because you can't really rip this back. So can you try it on? Because I can't. But with the brace, you can't really tell.
Now, I've got in mind, I've got a clip on the back of my
Yeah.
hair, so it's not going to... It's really nice.
So it's just a little fashion
And
hat.
I've got about an inch clip in the back, so it'll be coming down a little bit lower than that.
Yeah, go over the ears, which will be perfect.
And
Because
she's-
it's made for fashion things.
Yeah, that's all she's concerned with. She can wear it to church.
And I used every last bit of the yarn, and it'll stretch. But it's just going to be a little...
Now, see, I had a thought afterward. If you do this, it could be like a little,
Yeah.
you know...
Do you think sewing would be better, or just letting it?
I don't know. You can give it to her the way it is and then ask her what she
Yeah.
thinks.
Because...
Because you can also just pin it,
Yeah.
and that might be more fashionable for her.
Yeah, because it's hard to tell. But I used every last bit of this yarn. And I mean, like, literally, I had scraps from when I pulled out the old
We can
one.
put a pin in it and I thought this was a happy house.
So it's a matching set.
Yeah, she'll love it.
And it's really soft.
Better put it away, though.
Yeah. So this is somehow I've never been able to keep it completely secret. Phil Nownow's is the yarn. I'm sorry, the Phil Nownow's Fildar, and the colorway is something else. Gris. But that's that for that one. I have a lot of FOs because basically,
We'll talk about it later.
well, also, I was going to say something else. Christmas knitting.
Yeah.
For reasons that'll come up later as well. Everything's being Christmas knit. So, let me make sure my
This is
needle-
Mama Sea Bag, or is this...
Yes, it is.
The other one.
This is Mama Sea Bag.
Sandy Bag.
Well, she already knows about this, so you're not getting it till Christmas.
Mine.
She doesn't get this till Christmas. It has been blocked. None of these things are gonna get blocked
Mine.
right now. So,
Mine.
on the forest floor, Peacock, and it's got Miss Babs Yowza. This is Trust Me, Zing, and Tara.
Mine.
And this got a lot for a while. This is the only thing I was working on.
Mine.
So, but not yours now.
Mine.
Can't have it.
Mine.
for 2 weeks.
Mine.
Wait, 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's actually closer to 4 weeks, but
Well, it's 2
It's-
weeks till
yeah, but today's the 29th and Christmas is the 25th. So 3.5 weeks.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess you're right.
3.5 weeks. Okay, do you have any other?
Nope, that's all my FOs.
Okay, and I did my
I think that
FOs
might be enough, right?
for now. Okay, so that's all we're doing for FOs. Do we do royalties or yarn?
We usually do yarn before royalties.
All right, yarn. I've been busy with yarn. First, I'll show you these. This is the exploded, it's DK weight, exploded Blue Christmas. Okay, this one's sparkle, and these are not. And this is going to her, but she doesn't get it yet. So that is going to be for a certain person's stocking. But this is going to be a gift for Talia. Okay. Now,
Because we don't necessarily need our Christmas gifts to be complete secrets.
no. Now, the stuff that I have now, some of it's downstairs, still drying. I'm going to be having a major, for me, update. Hopefully, I'll be able to take the pictures after the podcast, and I already have the descriptions up, so all I have to do is put the pictures in and start uploading them. For the Etsy, we're having a major sale on Etsy. I've still got the discount for not having shipping for the United States. So this is going to be going up in the shop. All right. Okay, I had 2 of these, but one of them is already spoken for, so I'm only showing the one. This is actually it was a custom order. This is it came without packages, and I showed you last week with the green and with the red. This is with the gold
I really like it, the gold.
of heels and toes. Okay, and this is a fingering sock weight. This one is my Stardust base, and this
It'd
one
be
is
really
not.
pretty for a shawl with the gold being an edging.
I think that's what she's planning on doing with shawl, because she bought the other 2 as well.
Okay.
So I think she's doing one. Well, I can't say because
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, I don't know. I don't want to.
You're theorizing.
Yeah, I'm theorizing. All right, so that's a sock set that's available. And this one is MCN, and this is, if it's not a horse, it might be a zebra. This is 435 yards of merino cashmere nylon. Okay,
Such a pretty color.
it is a pretty color. I like it. It's coming up pretty true. It might be a little more blue than it is actually blue on the screen there. Okay, this one is Pennies from Heaven. Okay, and right now I only have one of this, but I can duplicate it. Let me just open it up for you so you can. It's really pretty copper, shades of copper. And this one happens to be a DK weight in my sparkle.
It's not as orange as it's showing up on there.
No, it's not. It's copper, and it's shades of copper. And this is my DK Stardust base. Be really pretty for mitts or toy or hat. I like it.
Yeah, something that where you want to see the detail of the pattern would be really nice. Because it would be really good about emphasizing those details.
Yeah, I kind of had a hard time figuring out a name for this, and then Talia said pennies, and I didn't want to just name it pennies, so I grabbed a fistful of pennies, and that's exactly what it looks like. The old ones and the new ones. So Pennies from Heaven is that one. Okay,
And you
these.
can't tell, but it has a sparkle to it.
Yeah, it does. Okay, these. Oops. This is Candy Canes. Okay, and this one is 80-20. It's 467 yards, 100 grams, 80-20 superwash merino wool, and 20% polyamide, which is kind of akin to nylon. So I have 2 of these. Let me see here. Whoops. Let's see here. So you can see Candy Canes. It's 2 different shades of red and a kind of a cream. And this would be fun to make kind of a I don't know, holiday set or a toy or anything. I was really happy with the way this one turned out. I was uncertain when I was putting it together, but I really, really like the way it turns out. So, and I have, this is one of the sets, this is one of the colorways I have hanging downstairs. I actually have it in a sock set, kind of like this one, the same as this. It came without packages. It's what I call my larger sock set because it's 1.5 skeins of yarn. So I have this color in a sparkle, and then the smaller skein is in a bright red.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's a sock set, and it's hanging. You'll see that probably next time we podcast, if I still have it.
That'd be a really nice Christmas sock.
Right. Okay, this one is lapis lazuli, and it's a sparkle, DK sparkle weight. I really like this. This is pretty. I might. This is going up in the shop. I can make more if I want it. So this is lapis lazuli. Okay. And I have 2 of these DK in my Stardust base. Just kind of get this one re-skeined. I was trying to teach Davina how to redo this, and she's like, I don't know, Mom. I don't think I can. I'll get her to learn how. She can do it. She's just a little nervous about it. I'm going to have to reskein this one again anyway, so I'm going to leave this here for the time being. Okay. Oops, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I have a lot in here. Okay.
I don't want to even hear about my FOs then.
Huh?
I don't want to even hear about my FOs then.
What are we talking about? Okay, this is Bonfire. And oh, you can see the sparkle on this one.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a DK Stardust, and this is Bonfire. So it's 231 yards. And I originally was going for something else, but just it's not cooperating with me. Okay, there we go. Okay, this was originally meant to be a different colorway, but it turned out wanting to be something else. So there we go. Okay. So there it is. It's very autumnal, but you can have bonfires in the wintertime. We did in England.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in the winter or close to.
Yeah, that's when they would do
Guy
the
Fawkes.
chestnuts.
Yeah. So this,
Because I strongly remember, I feel like it was near the London Bridge. They would have those little open fires.
they did, but those aren't bonfires. But yeah,
with the chestnuts.
yeah, we did absolutely. Okay, so this is Bonfire, and I have 2 of these.
Because it's like in a bin thing.
Yeah. Well, it was in like a trash can type of
Yeah,
thing.
and they'd have
whatever.
the fire coming out of there.
I'm
and
sure that
give you a bag full of chestnuts.
I'm sure that Kay and Dan can tell us.
I'm sure they're still doing it that way.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is Bonfire. I have 2 of them. They are on my sparkle base.
They were
my
super hot.
Stardust. Yeah, you have to be careful not to burn yourself. Okay, so this is. Okay, so that's that one. And besides, I have a couple that I can't show you because of various reasons, but I'm going to show you the last ones that I can. This is Polar Express. If you've seen the movie with Tom Hanks voicing the conductor, this is Polar Express. This is grays, well, silver gray, and goldenrod, and blues, and
You might be getting more Christmas inspirations. Davina starts wanting to watch Christmas movies again with
Yeah.
December 1st coming.
yeah. So, let's see why I'm having such issues with this. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Let me just. There. Okay. So you can see that's Polar Express. Silver, blues, and golds. And I have 2 of these. It's on my fingering sock weight, so it's the and Stardust base. Okay, let me see here. Let me just make sure I put the right label on it because I have the lapis lazuli one
Yeah.
out as well. Okay, so that's this one. I generally do my colors in batches of 2 to 4. Now the last one is one you've seen before, but I haven't had in the shop for a while. This is Frozen. And this
Well, this
is...
is your first time doing it on the sparkle base, I think.
Yeah, this is the first time I did it on the sparkle base. This is my Stardust base fingering sock, 462 yards, okay? So these will be going up as well. And there are a couple others.
Nina has been obsessed with Frozen the past, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
Because of the new movie that came out.
My husband took her out to see it.
Brave
So-
man.
Yes. So that's what I had. This will be going up sooner rather than later, I hope. So if you are interested, let me know. There are a few things going on that might impact my dyeing up custom orders, but we'll do that as we get to it. And it might impact it actually in a positive way after a certain point. So we'll see. Let me just rescan this while we're talking. So, yeah, if you, oh, I know, I wanted to say something else. Well, actually, we should probably do the news first, and then I'll do that because it won't make any sense otherwise.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me get my...
well, we also have to hit, the,
oh, right, our royalties.
yes.
Let me just...
I'm gonna finish this row before I hit that. I had ordered, gosh, it was probably about 6 months or more ago. Every year I get from the Tudor Society their planner, because they make a great planner, and I've done it all 3 years that
Beautiful.
they've had it, and each year I feel like it gets better. I didn't even realize that this for 2019 there were stickers in the back of it that I haven't used. But there we go. Let me mark off this row. They had a buy one get one. I can't remember if it was free or half off. It's probably half off deal. So I asked Mom if she wanted one, and she did. So you don't have to open yours yet, Mom, if you want to keep it pristine.
I just have to find it though.
So they send you a little love with a Tudor flower as the O. I think it's a sticker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a sticker.
Yeah.
And it says thank you on there, and it's 20% off of my next order through January 7th. Well, I usually only order the Tudor thing, the Tudor planner, so I won't get that deal. But the pictures are always beautiful. It's got a lovely binding. It sits open like that.
Plenty of space to write.
Plenty of space to write. You have your goals for 2020. U.S. holidays, and then the U.S. federal holidays, U.K. bank holidays, because actually I believe it is made in the U.K. Don't quote me on that though, I'm not sure. So it'll have for each month one special day that it'll highlight and what happened on that day in Tudor history, and then it'll have a Tudor quote. For example, it starts with 2019, so we could actually start it this month.
Right, December.
Which I might do.
I might as well.
Yeah. So, like, it'll say December 8th, 1542, Mary Queen of Scots is born in Linlithgow Palace. She became queen when she was 6 days old. And then on the other side it'll say, it'll have a quote from her, in the end is my beginning. In my end is my beginning, Mary Queen of Scots. And then it has a listening suggestion, My Fair Lady, Myfayre Lady, music by William Cornish. So if you're to look for that song, it has a little area for your tasks for December, your goals for December, your thoughts. It has the different feasts on there. Feast of St. Nicholas. I guess these are feasts that were commonly
Tudor.
celebrated during Tudor time. Christmas Day, Feast of St. Stephen, which is Boxing Day. Feast of St. John the Evangelist, Feast of the Holy Innocents. So a lot of the Catholic feasts are going to show up here because, or at least the older Catholic feasts are going to show
because
up on here.
that's kind of the bridge before, you know, when Henry
Well, it
VIII
would have been right before.
Yeah, right before.
And then, oh, also, like, if you go here, it has a little section for November as well, where you might have had, like, the past couple, like, the week before December 1st. you have a little section where you can write extra notes, and it also says, like, St. Andrew's Day in Scotland is November 30th. So I don't know if it's not St. Andrew's Day all over the place, if it's just that in Scotland.
Well, I think it's the patron saint of Scotland.
Oh, okay. But for each month, they'll have this little area where you can write a bit more. And you have a section for notes, habit tracking.
I'm not going to crane my neck. I'm going to open this thing.
And then at the end of the month, after you hit every week, that section like that, it'll have monthly check-in. I'm proud of the following things I accomplished. The areas that I could have gone better. A big lesson about myself this month was, I'm grateful for these people or events. How have I changed or grown this month? Changes I want to make to get closer to my goal next month. Random things to remember. List of surprising, delightful things that happened this month here. And then it has this actually kind of cute little picture of a cartoon of Henry VIII. That's who it's meant to be, for sure. So each month is like that, and then you'll go to the very end, and it goes through to January 2020. And
This is a pretty cool book.
oh, it's really cool. Then at the very, very end, it has a section that is for like notes and stuff. First of all, you have like this like polka dotty section. It's not even graph, it's similar to graph.
That's very popular right now.
So I'm not quite sure what that is. It's like you have random polka dots on your page.
You have notes,
And then you have a section for notes.
and you have like plain paper, and then you have all these neat stickers.
Yeah. So the stickers say things like wedding, travel, medicine, make art, big meeting, so many books, so little time, gift to buy. So if you're really someone who likes this,
Time to binge watch the Tudors.
so if you're someone who does a lot of the stickery type of stuff, if you wanted to sort of pretty up your each month or whatever.
I'm going to focus on keeping my handwriting neat.
So, it's a really nice, well put together book, and you have a little ribbon to keep track of where you are.
I think this is taking place of the graph paper you had in one of them. 'Cause I know they're using this. in
Oh,
place
you're
of
right.
graph.
My last one
Yeah.
had graph paper.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna go ahead and mark December.
I'm going to mark the end of November. Because
Well, the end of November isn't in the month one. It's just in the
Right.
part after.
Right.
So it's next page, this way.
Right. But wait. Okay.
So you'll turn the page.
Right.
You see that section because
Okay.
that's the only way you can include December 1st as well.
Right. But this is okay. This is the overview.
Yes.
All right.
So if you want more, you might want to mark this and then just peek back at the overview
Yeah.
depending on how you do it.
Yeah.
I've used these in the past to keep track of symptoms, which is why they've been so invaluable to me. But yeah, it's got a really pretty picture of, I guess it's the dragon flying overhead.
Yeah. It looks like a dragon.
It looks like it's supposed to be Henry VIII leading an army. And I really enjoy the back with the castle.
That's really pretty.
It looks like they're celebrating a wedding with all those tents. I feel like the gold
That
tent...
could be actually that could be the royal tent, and that could be actually going out to war.
The thing is,
They don't look like
I have this vague memory of there being a gold tent. It was Henry VIII and
Maud.
no,
No, Maud.
that's wrong.
Oh, that's wrong here.
Era. Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon had a gold tent, and I can't remember if it was for their wedding or what it was for. I feel like it might have been for their wedding.
Doesn't
There was-
look like a wedding though.
I'm having trouble remembering, but that gold tent is sort of reminding me of something.
I'm sure you're right. I mean, you were very heavy into it for a while, but
But Catherine is also highly. There were points where she was very involved in. She never led any armies, but she was very involved in keeping an eye on things when Henry was gone at war. At one point, she was in charge of the kingdom for a while. Like he really depended on her.
excuse me.
Which is actually really part of, like, they were so close for so long. It was really sad when things happened the way
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, we have what? Basically, house and... Okay, so before we get into things like personal house and health and all that kind of stuff, you might want to stay for the end of that, because I have some news about the shop at the end of it. But if you don't, that's fine. You'll hear
Or
about,
fast forward.
Or fast forward. It's up to you. But if you don't want to hear about the personal stuff, and you'd rather like fast forward into the stuff about the yarn toward the end, that's fine. We want to thank all the people who posted on YouTube. Pat, Wombat of Doom 53, Catherine, Wedgie Woman, Crafty Sylvie, and Looney Hiker. We thank you all for commenting. We thank everybody who commented either on YouTube or at our PHN home. And we will say farewell to next week. To those of you who would rather not listen to the personal health, that's perfectly understandable. This knitting, crocheting, if you don't want to listen to that, that's fine. And we will say goodbye. We hope that you had a very nice Thanksgiving if you celebrate, and that you have a wonderful week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever, getting ready for the holidays makes you happy. And we'll see you on Saturday. We'll be podcasting most likely. Well, we might be doing on Friday too. We'll see you in about a week.
Yeah. Whatever day we choose it.
Yeah. So God bless and have a wonderful day. We'll give you a chance to leave now, and we'll get into personal.
Okay, so...
Do you want me to talk about the door first?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, I'm going to lead into the door because it did... So, I had, I was actually having, I can't even remember why I was upset. I was having a bit of a rough symptom day. I think I hadn't heard from my surgeon yet for when I was going to have surgery. I didn't know when I was going to hear from them. And I was kind of symptomatic. I just was kind of feeling down. So I closed my door and I didn't cross my head, I kind of just want to have some privacy. Maybe I should lock my door. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to. Hopefully people will actually knock and, because sometimes Vivian will do a perfunctory knock and then walk in. She's gotten better. But, when I went to open my door afterwards, after, I got myself together again, I went to open my door and I couldn't. It's like, maybe I actually locked my door. Tried that. Nope, still didn't work. Unlocked it again. Still didn't work. So, Davina tried on her end. She couldn't get it open. So, eventually I told her to stop pulling because it wasn't doing any good. And told her to get, mom or dad. And yeah, my long story short, my doorknob broke. And
she was locked in.
I was locked in. I was sitting there thinking about whether or not I need to climb out my window. Because I'm on the ground floor.
You weren't going to climb out your window. We would have climbed in and figured out how to do it. Daddy, I always talk about my husband to her as Daddy. I tried, because I have...
And it wasn't an issue with the hinges.
No, and it wasn't even an issue necessarily with the lock itself, because I have an occasion on other doors been able to, open it. Not in this house, but... So I tried, and I said, either we're gonna have to do the hinges.
I could see where the lock was still in the door.
It was still in the door. So my husband came and he took off the screws and everything, and he had, it was stuck in there good. He had to, once he got the doorknob off, he actually had to use something to pry the thing out. The
lock, yeah.
The tongue part that goes into the groove there. He had to pry it out. So she's got a little hole in her door right now because the doorknobs are coming in.
Yeah.
So they're old brass doorknobs. He's going to replace what's left of the brass doorknobs in this house.
The bathroom one isn't, is it?
I don't know.
I'm kind of afraid to close that door.
I think he's replacing that one.
Okay, because I'm kind of afraid to close any doors now.
My door here is brass, so he's going to replace it. Because we've been in this house 20 years. The house, I think, is built like 1950 or 1960 or whatever. And we replaced most of the brass stuff because we didn't like the way it looked. But some of them are still there. And that one, he said sometimes the brass ones will get stuck. So...
It definitely got stuck.
It got stuck. I don't know what I would have done if she wasn't home. If he wasn't home, I guess would have figured out some kind of way to get the hinges off or something.
The hinges off wouldn't have...
Yeah, it would have at least allowed the door...
The hinges were on my end.
Yeah, I would have had to climb in.
Yeah.
Which I don't climb as well as I used to. So it was kind of it wasn't amusing at the time, but it's kind of amusing looking back at it.
Mm-hmm.
But now, the more serious stuff, you want to go into that now?
Yeah, so, I did get a surgical date, because last time we discussed that we were, well, maybe we hadn't. I can't remember. No, I think we did. Did we tell people? I am getting surgery. I can't remember if we said that last time.
We didn't, I don't think we touched base too much with that. We might have alluded to it. I don't know if we actually said anything.
Yeah, I am getting surgery, and I have a date now. It would be December 17th. So, according to my tracker thing, because I have absolutely made a way to track that, it will be, that is about 2 weeks, 4 days.
No, it is 2 weeks, 4 days.
Well,
Unless you want to go
I
into
can give you
hours,
minutes and
seconds.
seconds.
But
I mean, I don't have the exact time. I basically put noon down as the time.
yeah.
Because I don't know the time yet. But 2 weeks and 4 days till surgery.
So she is home. She's not working.
Right, and I called out of work before that point because I have had a very bad stretch since it was the Friday after my last physical therapy appointment. So, because that was 2 weeks ago?
About 2 weeks. You're coming up on 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So it might be 2 weeks today.
yeah, so I was having, and I was hoping that, well, I didn't make it through that appointment. So I made it through that appointment, but I couldn't make it through that day of work. I had to lay down on the floor. I felt that bad. So I was just not feeling better. And then that Monday when I realized that I was not feeling well Monday I had the doctor's appointment on Monday. And I called out Tuesday because I knew I felt bad on Monday. I was really symptomatic Monday. So I was hoping if I called out Tuesday, I'd be able to do Wednesday. Got out of the shower Wednesday, didn't feel good. I was like, you know what, I can't keep doing this. So I'm currently on FMLA. Thankfully I have enough leave to last me till the end of the month, and then hopefully short-term disability will kick in.
Does that go backward, you said?
It can go backward.
Okay. So she'll have a couple weeks where she's not working and she's not getting money in, but if it goes retroactive, then she'll get some.
So, but it was something that needed to be done for my patients.
And you.
Yeah.
And for your staff, your
Yeah.
fellow workers and stuff.
Because it just wasn't...
And she works in the most fabulous office ever.
Mm-hmm, I do. So, I spent about a week fretting about when I would get a surgery date. And then I got called late on Tuesday. No,
Wednesday.
Late on Wednesday.
No, you're right. No, it was late on Tuesday because I was saying to myself, if we don't hear tomorrow, then you have to wait till Monday.
That's right. And also because I got the paperwork on Wednesday.
Right.
So, late Tuesday, I received the call with the date. I had a choice of either. They said, when do you want it? I'm like, well, sooner rather than later. And they're like, well, we have only 2 dates in December. December 17th or December 24th. So that was a really easy decision.
Yeah. December 24th was bad time.
Yes. Because with December 17th, as close as we live, we're about 2 hours away from the hospital. So I would be able to be home for Christmas.
Right.
Because the shortest amount of time is usually about 3 days. You know, it might be a little bit more than that. But
I'm kind of hoping that they'll let you out on the Saturday rather than Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So Dad doesn't have to take off another day of work.
Mm-hmm.
Also, another extra day for you to kind of...
So, but yeah, this week I'm doing my pre-op appointment with my primary, and then it's a matter of just wrapping up the loose ends, getting the Christmas presents wrapped up. I'm glad I already started knitting all the Christmas presents because that's really all I'm going to be able to do right now because it's a major surgery. And yeah, it's gonna be a different kind of Advent, a different kind of
prep.
Christmas. Yes, different kind of prep.
We will be podcasting next weekend, but we probably won't be podcasting the weekend after her surgery. We might be podcasting the weekend after that, which is, I think, the weekend after Christmas.
Yeah, it all depends on, because I've been told that don't try to do too much the first 2 weeks after surgery by people who've had the surgery. Like, you're
So
not going to feel like
it might be that we wait till the first week of January.
And I'll be able to better tell, but I'm going to have a strict weight limit of what I can lift.
So we'll just play it by ear. We will definitely try to podcast this first week. There's no reason why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
This first week, whatever, December 5th or whatever it is that's coming up.
Not December 5th. December 5th is a Thursday. It'd be December 6th.
December 6th or 7th or whatever it is. 7th probably. 6th or 7th,
Yeah.
depending what day we decide to podcast. That one we'll be doing. Actually, we might, if that's the 6th or the 7th, when are you going in? The 18th?
The 17th is my surgery.
16th. So we might have two of them. We might
Yeah,
have two podcasts.
I'll be able to tell you. Let's see. So we have either the 6th or 7th, and the 13th or the 14th.
So we have two more
weeks.
podcasts.
Yeah.
We'll have two more podcasts, and then we might have a break of 2 weeks. Possibly 3.
I can't imagine we'd have 3.
Probably 2 weeks that we won't be able to podcast. We'll let you know on the threads. We are very appreciative of all your prayers and support. They mean a lot to us.
Yes.
You guys are family, and we're glad that you are behind us with this. So thank you very much.
I was just sitting here laughing. It's like, all part of my master plan to get the holidays and my birthday completely off,
Yeah.
Plan a major surgery in the middle of all that, right?
That's right. Now, the yarn stuff I was talking about, I'm going to start dyeing skeins of yarn. They're going to go up as mystery skeins, and a certain percentage of whatever I sell, because Taya's medical costs are obviously skyrocketing, she has to put up an exorbitant amount up front. So I am going to be, as soon as I get the chance, they're not necessarily going to be Christmas colors, and it might be about a week or so before I start listing. I'm going to sell mystery skeins, okay? And they will be available in different bases. I don't know if any sock sets will be available, but a percentage will be given to Taya's medical bills. So, and I'm working on the idea, another idea in conjunction with that, but I'm not going to tell you about it at this point because Davina's still helping me with it, and I have to speak to somebody else. In the meantime, I just wanted to let you know about it. If you feel called that you'd like to participate in this and help me get the word out, that would be great. It's just basically going to be whatever kind of colors I put together. It might be Christmas, it might not be Christmas, it might be stuff that leads into Brights for Autism Awareness, it's just whatever it is. I don't want to stress about what I'm giving. It will be pretty yarn, it's just not in a theme.
Right.
Okay? And so if you have...
Because in some ways I think Mom might be more stressed about this thing than I am.
Well, it's hard to be... I believe God is in control of it, and I know this, but I'm a mom, and so it's hard to see someone else, especially your child, go through something this serious and not be affected by it.
I've already been warned, though, by people in my... I was reading old posts, and some people were like, yeah, it didn't really hit me until the night before the surgery. So, they're like, be prepared to not sleep well.
Yeah, oh no,
that
no,
night.
No, you're not.
Or to be particularly nervous that day before.
Sure.
I don't think it's fully sunk in because I'm still able to do things and feel like I'm moving forward and actually feel like I have control.
See, I think part of the reason, besides helping Taya financially with this, that I'm doing this is because it gives me something I feel I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and start dyeing that yarn. I have a bunch of bare yarn up there on my shelf. I'm looking at it that I'm going to start pulling into it. I think most of it is fingering sock weight. I do have some other bases, but if I have enough interest in it, then I might order more yarn. If you have an interest in purchasing something like this and you have a particular base you want and I have it, I will be more than happy to do that base, for the people, whatever base. So, but it probably won't be up and running full speed until after Christmas.
Right.
So it'll be kind of paying her back for things that she has to pay for. But it is going to be part of that is going to go toward her medical expenses. But no obligation, obviously. It's just something I'm going to try to do if it doesn't.
And it'll be, everyone likes I think a lot of people like the idea of seeing what they might get, it's like a surprise.
Right, and it might be earlier than I think. If I can just, because Ty is home, and I basically cut out all my commitments. I'm not going to be committed to any kind of activity between now and after Christmas because we're working up to her surgery and then her recovery. I don't want to leave her by herself, at least for the first week, maybe 2. So I've called out of all my commitments, so I will be home. And so...
oh, yeah, they tell me at least for 2 weeks after surgery I'm going to need someone around.
Yeah, so I will be here at least 2 weeks after, and I've cut out all my commitments. So some of the stuff may be available before Christmas. So just a heads up for that. And I appreciate in advance if you decide you want to buy something or if you just want to support with prayers and things like that. Appreciate that as well.
Yep, because, everyone has different places where they're at.
Right. We never, ever... I never say anything like this saying, oh my gosh, please, please, please. No. If you can, if you want to, maybe for Christmas gifts if they're up on time or whatever, we're very appreciative of that. If you can, if you are only in a place where you can give us thoughts and prayers and supports, that's perfect. Okay? So,
because everyone knows what they can handle. But at this point, if someone was asked for something, I would be able to do is offer my thoughts and my prayers.
Right.
And that's, everyone knows each person knows where they're at.
So we know that having said all this and not wanting to belabor the point anymore, we know that you want what's best for us and you want all the best to happen and that you will help in any way you can do it, whatever that is. So we thank you for that in advance because you guys are awesome and we appreciate any kind of help you can give us, prayers, thoughts, support, whatever. Thank you very much.
Because your prayers have definitely been felt because I was definitely, when I didn't hear the first, about a week after I was told I would be called, I was like, I'm not going to get a December date. I'm going to be going into Thanksgiving not knowing when my surgery date is. I'm going to have that hanging over my head. I know someone else, talk to another friend who knows somebody who goes to the same surgeon I do, and she got her appointment for December 30th. And it's like, oh gosh, she got hers for December 30th. I bet there's not any more spots open for December. I guess December 30th just happened to work for that person.
Right.
But,
prayers work.
Oh yeah, and so I was pretty convinced I was going to have to wait till January. So not only did I not have to wait till January, I got the call so it wasn't hanging over my head over Thanksgiving. I had that to be thankful for over Thanksgiving. And a date that I really didn't think I would get. And I really wanted it to be before Christmas. So all y'all's prayers are definitely doing something.
We have prayer warriors all over the place. We did a flying novena, and if you want to know what that is, you can look it up. Did a flying novena.
You aren't flying in the air.
No.
Like, you aren't the flying nun.
No. You can look it up, and we did it with a group that does novenas. So I don't know how many people were praying that novena with us. Because I think they put them up there.
Well, they put them... No, what it is, Mom, is it's a site full of novenas. You find the one that you like, and then you ask them to send you reminders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the reason they do that is he said he wasn't good about keeping up with novenas, and someone wanted to say one with him.
Yeah,
he's like,
that.
well, I'm not really good about that. And that's when they started up this site, so it would send something to your email box to keep.
I'm surprised that he remembers. I guess he just sets it up.
Yeah.
But it was. We had a lot of prayers. People are praying, and so prayers, good thoughts, good wishes. We are very grateful. Anyway, we haven't belabored that ad nauseum. Okay.
the main point that having surgery, less than 3 weeks,
and the mystery,
and the yarn.
So
yeah.
Okay, so we want to wish you guys a very, very, very wonderful week, full of knitting and crocheting and loom knitting and whatever it is you like to do, getting ready for the holidays.
Tell me which outfit you think I should make for my bunny first.
Yes, tell her which bunny outfit.
I'm torn between nurse and Santa.
I think she should make the nurse, but that's okay. The Santa would be fun too, but you want to stress out by trying to finish soon, especially if you can't look down.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, put in your thoughts. You might choose, say one that you think is one of the other ones. I'll still do whatever one I want, but I'm interested in seeing.
well, we tend to do that. We like because sometimes it does push us over
right.
to a decision, but most of the time we're like kind of stubborn about things like that.
But I haven't completely made up my mind, so it might still help me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll see you next week. Mm-hmm. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 380, and that's a wrap. Oops.
Try that again.
Bye.